The New York Jets will take the Mike White experience on the road to Minnesota this week as they battle the Vikings, looking to make it 2 wins in a row. New York Post Jets beat writer Brian Costello, he's always on top of things Gang Green related, and he joins me now from Minnesota. Brian, how cold is it out there in Minnesota?
Quite cold, Dexter. I think it's 14 degrees right now. It was 4 degrees this morning when I looked. Wind chill minus 11. So luckily it's a dome, so it
Yes.
won't be a factor.
Yes.
Last time the Jets played here, it was outdoors. It was at the University of Minnesota because they were building the stadium. So this time a little bit warmer for the game time at least.
I'm very happy, not happy to hear that you have to deal with the cold, but happy that you will not be out there in the elements for the game to deal with that at all. That is good. Brian, this is the second straight start for Mike White, and he's going up against a 9-2 Vikings team. However, their passing defense is not particularly good. So do you like this matchup for the Jet signal caller?
I do. What they do, Dexter, is they play a lot of cover two, and they try to prevent the deep ball. And they play soft underneath. They give you a lot of passes underneath, which is what Mike White does. And we saw him do that against the Bears last week. We saw him in the famous Bengals game a year ago, where he didn't throw a pass, I think, longer than 11 yards, but racked up 405 yards. It's what he's good at, is taking what the defense will give him. So I think this is a very good matchup for Mike White and the passing offense. I think he'll throw a lot to the running backs, the tight ends, a lot of underneath stuff.
All right, we'll see if Mike White can keep it going in his second straight start. Now, one of the matchups I think many fans are going to have an eye on this week is the rookie, Sauce Gardner. He's going up against Vikes wideout Justin Jefferson. What is Gardner's focus heading into this matchup against one of the best receivers in the NFL?
Yeah, I think Gardner's welcomed all challenges this season. He's faced some good receivers along the way. I remember Jamar Chase was a big one for him, Tyreek Hill. But look, the way the Jets play defense is it's not matchup defense. So Gardner's not going to be on Justin Jefferson this whole game. He might not be on him a lot in this game at all, because if you look at the tendencies, Jefferson tends to line up on the opposite side of Gardner. So I think DJ Reed is probably going to have more Justin Jefferson than Sauce, but there'll probably be some matching up if they move Jefferson around. But the Jets have all season pretty much just kept Gardner on one side, Reed on the other. They flipped it in one game, but I don't anticipate that in this game. I think they trust DJ Reed as well. So I know everyone's anticipating Sauce Gardner versus Justin Jefferson. I just don't know how much you're going to get it.
All right, don't know how much you will see that, but fans want to see that. They want to see the best go against the best. All right, Brian, you know what time it is. Time for keys to the game. What are the keys to Gang Green recording a road win in Minnesota and getting started on making this a December to remember?
I think offensively, that's just what we talked about. It's Mike White doing what he does, taking what the defense gives him, not trying to force things. He's been very good at that. Just take the underneath stuff, hit Garrett Wilson, keep the ball moving. Defensively, I think that's where the key is to this game. The Jets have played great defense all year. I keep waiting, Dexter, are they going to have a letdown game? And there's been a few hiccups the last few weeks. They didn't tackle very well against New England, but then they would always stop them when they got down close to the end zone. And then last week against the Bears, they started slow. The first 2 drives weren't great. So I wonder if the defense has a letdown this week. And if they do, the Vikings offense has some weapons, as we talked about. Justin Jefferson, Dalvin Cook, Adam Thielen's good. TJ Hawkinson, and Kirk Cousins is a very efficient quarterback. So to me, the key to this game is, can the Jets defense keep going what they've been doing all year, or do they have a letdown here against a good Vikings offense?
Now, I did not look at this, Brian, but did you pick the Jets to win this week? I'm curious. Did you pick them to win?
I did not pick them to win, DJ. Because I think what's coming is the letdown. I just they've been so good all year. And it's they I don't think they can do it every single week. I think they're due for kind of a clunker defensively, and the Vikings can do some stuff on offense.
They definitely can. They can definitely do some stuff on offense. So we will see. It's a challenge for the Jets on the road in Minnesota where it's cold. But Brian Costello is trying to stay as warm as possible. Brian, thank you for the time. We look forward to talking to you through the rest of December as the Jets try to make their push towards the playoffs. Appreciate it, man. Thank you.
All right, Dexter.